Hey, I'm Sardo, and welcome to the pilot episode of Dude in a Basement. Because guess what? We're a dude, and we're in a basement, and we're talking about nerdy stuff. So we're taking some ownership going on here. We're owning up our nerdom and everything like that. And we love comic books, movies, sports, booze, chicks, all that stuff. For me, it's one chick now, But usually, you know, guys make shows in their basement to try to cover up with sets and everything like that, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, boom, boom. Some others are like, what are you guys doing down there? Get out of the basement. Shut up, all that stuff. So we're taking ownership of it. Dude in the Basement, pilot episode. Here we go. Most of you guys know, I own the Comic Vault. Comic Vault closed down, the physical store, and that was kind of sad. But we just launched Comic Vault Digital, where you can get your digital comic books from our website. You can go there and you can download the new DC 52 reboot, Justice League next Wednesday. You can go to the website, click on the Comixology link, and buy your Justice League. It's going to be pretty awesome. And that's how we're basically going to fund all the Comic Vault craziness that we're going to do outside of my basement, because we're going to do, in November, our first event is going to be an IF Party. IF Party? What's an IF Party, Matt? IF Party is a indie fundraiser. So independent artists can come down and we're going to fundraise. So it's an indie fundraiser and indie art show. You know, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be held at Latitude in Lincoln Square. We're going to have free appetizers and booze specials and all this fun stuff. And you're going to be able to buy some original artwork, some original comic books. And it's going to be awesome. And then in December, we're probably going to do a couple movie outings. I got to see what's going on with the schedule and stuff like that. And it's going to be great. So if you want to stay in touch with all the craziness that's going on with the new show, Dude in the Basement, the Comic Vault Digital, you know, you can follow us on Twitter at Comic Vault. You know, that's pretty simple. Or you can go to Facebook and like us as a friend. And we have millions of friends. Actually, we don't have millions. We have like 2,000. But I love you all. Most of you guys send me some spam. But the people that don't send me spam and said happy birthday on August 15th, I love like all 90 of you people. You guys are great. And then you can go to our website. Sign up for our weekly newsletter, because we're gonna have our weekly newsletter coming out, mainly talking about comic books, partially talking about news. But you go to our website right now, ChicagoComicVault.com, or we just got a new one that just started, ComicVaultDigital.com, and it's a news and opinion kind of website now. We're kind of, you know, gonna do some crazy good stuff. We're gonna talk about comic books, talk about movies, and make videos and make videos of our friends. And lots of really awesome stuff. And so if you like all that stuff, let us know. If you don't like it, I want to hear from you too. And be like, hey, Matt, that Dude in the Basement thing sucks, you know? But tell me about it. I need to know what's going on. Feedback's the only way this is going to be better, awesome, and epic. So yeah, no, this week, you know, since we wanted to get everything ready and we wanted to tell everything about it, you know, we're just going to talk about Ultimate Comics Ultimate. You know, it's kind of a redundant kind of title. Ultimate Comics Ultimate. You know, just call it Ultimates, man, because it's ultimate. It's written by Jonathan Hickman, one of my favorite writers. He came down to the Comic Vault, told some good things down there. But it was, you know what I did is I read all of Ultimate Fallout. Right, I stayed it all 6 issues, and then I just read them all, and then I read Ultimate Comics Ultimates. And Ultimate Fallout was kind of just, you know, I don't know if it took, how many days it took over. It just kind of set up the story. It was a lot of issues that I really didn't think, you know, you could have set everything up in like 3 issues and charged just half as much money. But that's just my opinion towards Marvel now. You know, just, you know, I know $3.99, you know, take some of that Disney money and bust them back down to $2.99. You know, and go from there. That's where I would go from it if I was Marvel exec. But I was happy that Marvel did fire some of their marketing team on the West Coast. Yes, do it, own it, because the marketing team sucks. So, tangent. Ultimate Comics Ultimate. So I got done with Ultimate Fallout, It was like, I really liked all the stories and all the different voices. It was really good. But overall, I felt you could write that story in 3 issues as opposed to, what, 6 issues. And then I was like all excited. I was like, woo! Ultimate Comics Ultimate! Then why don't they just call it Ultimate Square? It's got all the Ultimate stuff in there. And it came polybagged. You know, I think Jonathan Hickman is addicted to this polybag thing. They did it for his FF Death of Johnny Storm issue. And now he's like, wait a second, I got a #1 issue coming out. I need to sell it. What are we going to do? We're going to polybag it because you got to buy 2. And also, they made it more, exciting with the Stan Lee signature. And guess what? I didn't get either one of those. So, no Stan Lee signature for me. So then, without further ado, I went and read the book. And I was like, there's a huge difference between Mark Millar's writing and Jonathan Hickman's writing. And there's huge similarities. One of the things I like about Mark Millar is he is all about crazy intense action that just gets in your face. Ooh, we're in 3D. And usually gives you like with a solid cliffhanger. And but they both in the things that are. But Hickman, he's got this delayed thing going on where it's like, okay, here's the sprinklings of all the story, and we're gonna move and prod along nice and slowly, and the second to final issue is like, bam, in the face, and knocks you out with the payoff. And that's been all his books before, and they've been all pretty amazing. So, Ultimate Comics Ultimate, as awesome as it was still kind of slow. And then the other thing I didn't like was Nick Fury's in most of it. He's talking, and guess what? He doesn't sound like Samuel L. Jackson anymore. No more Samuel L. Jackson. What? That was what I was worried about. The voices of the character changing from writer to writer, and because one of my favorite characters in the book is Ultimate Comics Captain America, because he is just a badass motherfucker. And I can say that now. He's a badass motherfucker. And I love him. So I'm really hoping that the characters don't change too much from Millar to Hickman. So Jonathan, sprinkling in more, Samuel L. Jackson in there, we're going to be all good to go. I love all the sprinklings. I like all the directions the book's going to go in. And I'm sure, they're going to go out, and then they're in. And it's going to be boom in your face, and it's going to be awesome. So I recommend the Ultimate Universe. I really like it, especially if you're a new reader. You pop out 4 trades, you're caught up, and then you can read monthly books, and stuff like that. So that is my comic book of the week that I really enjoyed. Other books I'm going to check out are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, the reboot ongoing from IDW, Wonder Woman, the last issue of Wonder Woman, Teen Titans 100, because Teen Titans was awesome in the beginning, and then Dan DiDio killed everybody, and then it just proceeded to suck until end. So, but for me, I like final issues, so I want to read it, see where they're going with the universe, and see where it's going to go from there. So that's what I got to say about that one. But next week, we got Justice League #1 in the DC reboot and Flashpoint. So you can download it from the Comic Vault, the Comixology link, and help support the show. Or you can go to the comic book store that is close to my house. I go to Dark Tower. Up north of me, you got Evil Squirrel. I like those guys too. And then out the southwest of me, you have G-Mart. I like those guys as well. And then, if you're in Orlando, you can go support my friend Aaron at a comic shop. Those guys are pretty crazy, and they do some insane shit, and I love them. Keep it going, guys. Go strong, and it's gonna be awesome. So, but for me, I also saw some movies lately. I saw 30 Minutes or Less. I loved it. My little brother loved it. My fiance hated it. So, what did we learn from this experience? Don't take a date to that movie unless she is 16. And if you're dating a 16-year-old, make sure that you're under 18. So, if you're dating a 16-year-old, make sure you're under 18. Or you live in the South, I think that's okay. I'm not sure where that is. But I really liked it. It was funny, and it was filmed in Grand Rapids, and that's where my fiance's from, and I had a lot of fun. My fiance's Margot. We get married in 15 days, so that's how the news is going on. And what else did I do? This past week, I went to a matinee showing of Fright Night, and I was like, "Woo, Fright Night's gonna be great!" And it was all right. It needed a kick-ass soundtrack, and it didn't have that kick-ass soundtrack. It had hardly any music. So if you want to please Matt Sardo, movie makers, because I know my opinion counts a lot to the world, put a kick-ass soundtrack in your movie, because then I can buy it or download it or have somebody else download it. I gotta talk about it. But Fright Night, you know, the first one was awesome, you know, back in the day, and I enjoyed it, and this one was basically just a generic remake. Had some fun stuff. I really, you know, wanted the writing to be better because it had McLovin in it. McLovin was a vampire, and it was a high budget version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not saying that Buffy was bad. All you Wheaton fans out there, Buffy is awesome, and I love you. I love all you people. And that's about it, guys. This is the pilot, Dude in the Basement, where a dude talks about comic books, movies, sports, shenanigans. The unofficial sponsors of Dude in the Basement are Coors Light and Doers. Thank you very much. The official sponsor is the Comic Vault. Go to comicvaultdigital.com, and if you like the show and you want to see more of it, download a comic book. Thank you very much. See you next week.